Los policías a menudo creen que están por encima de la ley y tienen el poder y la autoridad para actuar como deseen. Pero, ¿qué pasa cuando se encuentran con verdaderos expertos en leyes que no renunciarán fácilmente a sus derechos? Aquí hay algunos casos en los que abogados perdieron la paciencia con policías corruptos. Todo este desorden comenzó cuando un policía perdió la paciencia solo porque vio a un hombre caminando por la calle con un arma. En el momento en que el oficial lo vio, lo derribó al suelo como si el hombre fuera un criminal de alta peligrosidad. Ahora, el oficial puede haber pensado que estaba siendo fuerte y haciendo lo correcto, pero eso estaba muy lejos de la verdad. Básicamente amenazó a un hombre que no estaba haciendo nada malo. No necesitas ser un experto legal para conocer lo básico del derecho constitucional. La segunda enmienda dice claramente que está permitido que los ciudadanos porten armas. Los policías juran proteger estos derechos al inicio de sus carreras. Entonces, ¿por qué este oficial pensó que era ilegal que el hombre tuviera un arma si es un derecho protegido? Pero la historia no termina ahí. Este oficial insistió en registrarlo, aunque no tenía una orden, ni el permiso del hombre, ni una razón real para hacerlo.
My left pocket.
Which one? Left front?
Front one. I'm not resisting, but I don't consent to any search or seizure. Just throwing that out there.
It's fine. I'm going to search you anyway.
I'm aware. Had to be said. CPL's behind the ID.
Where you boys going?
For a walk.
Walking around with armed handguns, huh?
Yes, sir.
I don't consent to any search of my person.
Where's your wallet at?
I don't answer any questions.
You don't have any ID on you?
I don't answer any questions.
You don't have your license and your CPL?
I'm not carrying concealed. I'm not required to provide any CPL.
106, 111. Do me a favor, put your head down your back. DT? Yeah.
I do not consent to any handcuffing, seizing of anything of my property or my
Consent to
person.
anything, huh? Guys, go ahead and stand up, okay? All three of you.
Can I do that?
Please. Yeah, go ahead. Relax, okay? We understand what's going on here, okay? But it's just not a really... Yeah, go ahead and fix it. Just don't handle the trigger.
I'm not going to handle anything. We are perfectly peaceful people. We just want to be on our way.
Okay?
Are we
We're
being
doing
detained?
a difficult job,
I
and
understand
people
that.
get very excited, and they're calling. Okay? So you can understand.
How's the GoPro work? Pretty good?
Works very well.
I like those.
Yeah.
That's one sweeping down the river.
Yeah, they're great. I have one mounted on my car sometimes. They're awesome.
El hombre ni siquiera intentaba ocultar el arma. La llevaba de manera visible para no ser una amenaza oculta para nadie. Solo porque tenía un arma no significaba que estuviera llevando drogas o algo sospechoso. Es difícil incluso adivinar qué esperaba encontrar el oficial. Y si eso no era suficiente, el oficial ordenó al hombre que pusiera las manos detrás de la espalda, solo tratando de demostrar cuán poderoso creía que era. Luego, le preguntó al hombre si tenía una identificación, pero el hombre decidió no responder, lo cual es su derecho bajo la quinta enmienda. Cuando llegaron más oficiales de respaldo, deberían haber visto cuán estropeada estaba la situación, pero en cambio, empujaron al hombre al suelo y le dijeron que se levantara. El hombre preguntó si podía irse, pero el primer oficial dijo que no, porque no sabía quién era el hombre. La cuestión es que no necesita saber. Todos tienen derecho a permanecer en el anonimato, según la cuarta enmienda, lo que hace que sea el tercer derecho que este oficial pisoteó.
Awesome. I'm trying not to point at anybody, but I can't handle it. Remember, I do not consent. It is not fully automatic. It is not fully automatic.
How about yours? Is yours absolutely not? Okay. Because yours looks like Tommy gun type thing. Russian. Is it?
Are we being detained? Can we go, please?
Well, they have our IDs still, so we can't really leave.
Can I go?
No, you cannot go.
What crime do you suspect me of
What
committing?
is your name?
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
I don't know your name.
That's not a crime to not provide a name. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Carrying a weapon.
Well, here's the
That's
problem.
not illegal. What crime do you suspect me of
What is your
committing? What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Here's the problem. Someone called us about you guys having guns. We're still investigating, so we're not sure exactly what's going on. Just people on like a Terry stop. We have the right to stop you to see what, because we think there might be a crime of something. Someone's called up. We weren't, we weren't just driving down the road and saw you, so someone could call us, so we're going to stop you.
What's the crime? Where's the crime? What's the crime?
Well, we're investigating. What is RAS?
What is the reason for the search?
That somebody called us. We're going to call and make sure you guys didn't put it. Gone at them or doing anything stupid. We don't know that. We're checking into it right now.
Since you come across us, have we done anything that you would perceive as illegal?
Are you guys from Muskegon?
No.
Where are you from?
I'd rather not answer that.
I'm just asking.
Well, I know.
I'm from Muskegon.
Yeah,
I'm from
I know.
Muskegon, too.
I would assume that you guys being Muskegon police that you probably are from Muskegon.
Or at least the
I live
area.
here now. Not initially. I wasn't from here.
Right.
How about it would? I mean, we're having a conversation now, basically.
I mean, you just had us on the ground at gunpoint.
Yeah,
I'm
someone
not-
called us saying you guys know
you guys.
This is, that's
yeah.
probably hostile response. I mean,
That's
Well, are you
actually,
from
that's
Muskegon?
a
Well, this is a drug area. It's a known drug area.
We did
I mean,
this in
obviously,
Detroit
we
last
have
weekend,
quite
and
a
they didn't
problem.
respond nearly this hostily.
Okay, we're in Detroit.
Yeah, no, the Detroit police show up and they wave at us, and you guys show up and have us on the ground. That's great.
They showed up and thanked us.
So you live in Detroit, or is that?
We were
No,
in
I'm just-
Detroit. We've been all right.
Realmente algunos policías no saben cuándo detenerse. El hombre le preguntó al oficial de qué crimen lo sospechaba, y el oficial presentó razones ridículas, como que el hombre no se acercaba a él y que llevaba tirantes, que obviamente no son crímenes. Pero los policías no aflojaban, seguían presionando al hombre para que respondiera sus preguntas, a lo que él firmemente dijo que no lo haría sin su abogado presente. Entonces, los policías comenzaron a preguntar de dónde era y quién era su abogado. El hombre tampoco respondió a estas preguntas, pero eso no les dio ninguna pista a los policías de que deberían retirarse. Incluso comenzaron a cuestionar a la amiga del hombre que estaba con él, preguntando si vivían en lugares diferentes. Toda esta situación muestra que algunos policías simplemente no entienden o respetan las leyes que se supone que deben hacer cumplir. Es un problema serio cuando las mismas personas encargadas de proteger nuestros derechos son quienes los amenazan.
I'm just saying that the Detroit police thank us. Yeah.
Okay. Just one.
So you don't have a name, sir?
I'm not going to provide it with my attorney present.
Where's your attorney at?
She's several hundred miles away. I do not consent to any providing of any kind of ID.
Searching you in any way. I'm asking you a question. What is your name? I've got to be able to document that we had contact. I've got to have your name in my report.
That's wonderful. You can put me down as something.
Something?
Something. I don't care what you put down, but I'm not providing my name.
At this point, you're saying you don't want to tell us who you are, and that's not an automatic rifle?
That is not an automatic rifle. It is semi-automatic, not selective fire.
Because it looks like automatic rifle. Like this, it looks like a Tommy gun.
Well, how can you tell by the look of something whether or not it's automatic?
You can't.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you can make anything an automatic.
Well,
But some guns.
I've handled automatic weapons before. They look
Yeah, they do. Except mine doesn't have the fully auto selector, so
How do you do that? Do you like?
I don't know how to do it. I'm not really an AR guy, not gonna lie, but you can try, flipping the switch to full auto, and it's not gonna go anywhere. Not gonna work. I don't want you to.
Yeah, I got the AR-15s when I was in the military.
That's kind of like if I were to say, oh, your badge looks like a pin on versus a clip. It's like, how can I?
What's a pin on?
A pin instead of a clip? You know, it's like, how can I tell the difference? How your badge attaches in the back? I was like, does it really make a difference? That's the question.
Well, that's what I was
I'm
asking.
just wondering how something can look fully automatic.
Well, I was asking, right?
Well, but you said it looks automatic.
It does to me. I mean, it's got a little line.
What characteristics?
Assault rifle type of
An
thing.
assault rifle. Like, that's why something clip automatic.
What's the specific characteristic?
What's like if I were to look at your car and say it looks like a V8? That's not. So is this what you guys do for a living?
It is a V8. You're right.
You guys go to different cities and make a living and walk around. I got a feeling it doesn't pay very well, but
You'd be surprised.
What's that?
I wouldn't be surprised. Is this what you guys do? Go to different towns and walk around armed? They are known drug areas?
Uno de los policías pensó que había encontrado la excusa perfecta para sacarse él y sus compañeros de la situación incómoda que habían creado. Afirmó que actuaron de la manera en que lo hicieron debido a experiencias pasadas. Tal vez sonaba bien en su cabeza, pero es bastante malo por varias razones. Primero, los policías no deben cambiar cómo tratan a las personas según sus experiencias pasadas. Ellos están ahí para seguir la ley, no su historia personal. Por eso se les llama fuerzas del orden. Dándose cuenta de que su primera excusa sonó inverosímil, el oficial cambió de estrategia. Ahora dijo que todos estaban preocupados por su seguridad porque vieron a este hombre y a su amigo caminando con armas. Al menos admitió el verdadero problema, pero la gente está cansada de escuchar a los policías reclamar que son las víctimas. Quiero decir, los policías siempre están armados y generalmente tienen apoyo de otros policías armados. Si alguien no debería tener miedo, son ellos. En segundo lugar, los policías no deberían pisotear los derechos civiles solo para sentirse más seguros, especialmente cuando nadie los está amenazando. Básicamente crearon un problema donde no lo había.
Whether we do it in other cities or not, all we're doing today in Muskegon is letting all the people around us know that this is perfectly legal. We have all kinds of great conversations with people. And frankly, this has been a very pleasant walk until now.
Thank you. There's only been 3 people.
No offense, we would just rather like to be on our way right now.
What are you talking about?
I mean, we had no way of
People that
knowing
we
that.
spoke to locally are very friendly. You know, they were intrigued and they wanted to chat.
Oh, they never responded to shootings or murders. We have. And so when people walk around with loaded weapons,
So previous experience biases the law. You have to treat us differently because of your previous experience?
yes.
No.
Yes,
No.
absolutely. Especially if you're walking around.
You can't change the law or how you interpret it based on your experience.
Just making sure that I know tonight. If I see you walking around with a
understand
firearm,
that.
somebody's made a
I
complaint
understand
against you, I'm going to investigate.
It's all
And if
it's
I'm
all
gonna put you
officer
down to the
safety.
ground,
It's all officer safety.
Yes, it
You
is.
ruin our rights so you can stay safe. You get to hide behind your Kevlar, we can hide behind our Kevlar. We just want to walk. That's all we want to do. We have no business with you.
You just hold on, okay? You just relax.
I'll do my best. Thank you. I'm not going to touch anything.
So, I mean, you're the one who's being polite to us, so I would
Like I say,
hope that you would
like
be
I
the
said,
one that
here,
would make
I understand where you're coming from, okay?
I just want to be on my way. That's
Okay.
all.
I understand where you guys are coming from. Like I said, this is a no drug. If someone's calling us saying that guys with guns walking down the street, we get shootings here all the time.
Now, where's the crime in
I
that?
understand driving by and just looking at what's going on, but...
Well, we're not going to stereotype because
what I'm saying
you
is
are...
we're being detained when there's no
Okay.
crime.
Where's the crime?
That's
Just where's the reasonable suspicion of a crime? Do you even have
This
that?
being a known drug area does not
Let me say, someone
automatically...
called us.
Okay.
Okay, so we're doing an investigation now. Being
An
this-
investigation
is that-
of what? That's the answer we're trying to get.
Okay. People having guns in a known drug area.
Which is not illegal.
And we don't, and we're not done with it. Didn't talk to the person. Oh yeah, we're investigating it, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
I think it should be the 911 dispatcher and the call operators asking more questions of the people.
That
Are they
would
pointing?
be awesome. I agree with you 100%.
I mean, doesn't it make perfect sense? It makes your job easier.
It
makes
does.
us so much. You have more information on the field, so you know exactly what situation you're going into.
Because we don't. At that point, all we have
Somebody
is...
calling the cops
Yeah.
doesn't know if it's legal or not, but you guys do.
What's that?
So somebody calling the cops, oh, these guys have guns. They don't know if it's legal or
No,
not.
we don't know what their situation
You
is.
guys do know. I mean, from observing us,
I
seeing that
think
we're not doing
in order to
anything.
justify a Terry stop, correct me if I'm wrong, but from my research, you're supposed to be, if it's not like the specific law you can see in the program, you're supposed to be articulate in the suspicion based.
Pero las excusas no se detuvieron. Cuando cayó un silencio incómodo, otro oficial afirmó que el hombre y su amigo estaban siendo groseros. ¿Qué esperaban después de ser tratados tan mal? Ciertamente no iban a ser cordiales, ¿verdad? Luego, otro oficial intervino con su propia excusa, diciendo que a menudo los traficantes de drogas y los adictos llevan armas, esperando que esto hiciera que todos entendieran sus acciones. No, tampoco tenía sentido. Esto solo mostró que los policías estaban llenos de prejuicios y tendían a generalizar según lo que veían. De repente, un oficial diferente comenzó a tomar fotos de los hombres. Tal vez pensó que eso los asustaría y los haría irse, pero sea cual sea su plan, fracasó. Solo terminó avergonzándose. A medida que pasaba el tiempo, ninguno de los muchos policías presentes podía pensar en nada sustancial que justificara sus acciones. Los hombres estaban inquietos porque solo estaban de pie sin razón, perdiendo su tiempo. Preguntaron si podían irse, pero no hay nada peor que policías con egos heridos. Un oficial les dijo que no podían ir a ninguna parte porque eran parte de una investigación y solo podían irse cuando los policías lo dijeran.
Previous experience of your job, you know, tell a judge, based on this experience I've seen in the past,
Crime afoot.
yeah, sure, then you would have that
I
suspicion.
tell you, like,
You
we
would
got
have
a guy with
suspicion
a
like
gun.
this crime is being
Plus, we got a
committed,
guy with a gun right at that corner about a month ago now. Same exact call, except it wasn't like that. And I'm not going to stereotype because
I'm saying,
white guys,
did
you know what I'm saying?
you respond to that call?
Yes.
So when you showed up, what was that? Was that guy behaving like we were, or was there actually...
I wasn't here, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, you just said you responded to that call.
How you doing?
Yes. I wasn't here.
That's what I'm talking
I wasn't here when they
Oh,
initially...
they're not the exact same model, but they're basically
The
the
point
same
is that
thing.
if
What's
he
your
wasn't
name?
breaking any law, he shouldn't
I'm
have
Officer
been...
Catula.
I don't know.
Pleasure to meet you.
He shouldn't have been
What's your
treated.
name?
Well, determined later who was pointing the gun at people.
Yeah, but you work for the
Shots
public.
fired.
I don't.
Right,
That's the
wasn't
difference.
lead investigator.
But I would shake your hand, but I don't want to move my hands very much right now. You understand?
Right,
I understand.
right around that
What
corner.
I was getting at
Why are you getting pictures?
you know,
Hey, you take a picture of me, why can't I take a picture of you?
Trejo.
You give my smile.
No, I'm not
I wouldn't want
discussing
to
that.
stereotype because
No,
Right.
let me just finish.
I'm not
I think
saying-
that the FBI found that
You're bringing race
Nice.
into it. There's no reason for
Well,
that.
let me just explain. Well, hear me on this, guys. 97% of criminals do not use holsters. Of that, I believe that was the statistic. I may be
It was
wrong. on
close.
that. There's something like that
Sounds
that
about
the FBI found. Of that remaining, that's just a national. Maybe you found differently, but of that,
So is it not enough of evidence to arrest us so he's taking pictures so he can get a bench warrant later if necessary?
This is all
Of that remaining 3%, I mean, how many of them are
Just in
gonna be
case
carrying concealed?
something you find in the photo down the
You gotta
road.
understand where
Well, this is some
colors
years
are coming
ago,
from
but-
when they see people like you guys walking down the road.
I've been in this situation millions of
I know,
times.
I'm
I've heard
just-
the same
I'm just
spiel a
saying.
billion
I
times.
guess that's
I'm just
different
saying.
around
I know.
I mean, just in an
But this-
emotional
We're just
matter,
saying
it's
too,
very
but you guys
rare.
don't seem to want to hear that either. So. Seems like we're at an impasse. Can I have my ID back? I'm sure there can't possibly be that much in the system about me.
You'd be surprised. Badge
Ever been in the
number,
military?
I don't answer questions. Badge number 75, eh?
What else do you need?
Well, I got your name. First initial is E. Is it Trejo?
American. I've been here 22 years.
Trejo? Is that?
Yes, I got a mustache and black hair.
Yeah. My mustache, I shaved it off this morning. But
Personally, let's just say.
we have a lot in common. Can we go now, please?
No, you can't go.
And why not?
Because we are doing an investigatory stop. You still haven't told us what crime was suspected of committing.
La ironía era que los policías no pueden simplemente llevar a cabo una investigación sin un crimen real que investigar. En un giro irónico, parecía que la policía actuaba como si estos dos hombres fueran los que estaban desperdiciando su tiempo. A medida que la confrontación continuaba, la tensión solo aumentaba, destacando la necesidad de pautas más claras y mejor formación en el manejo de tales encuentros. Este incidente podría servir como un recordatorio contundente del delicado equilibrio entre mantener el orden y respetar los derechos que forman la base de la sociedad.
At this point, carrying a loaded firearm.
That's not a crime.
Well, I'm not 100% certain about that. My command officer's coming.
You know what, Glenn, Mike, should we file another lawsuit? I mean, is this really going to be necessary, or can we go now?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. You're all getting mentioned in it if we have to sue.
You're just
Get on the
going to be
list.
another
Yeah, but the
person on the
difference
list.
is that in this case, you guys are in the
You are legitimately in the wrong. If the law says you cannot do this, Terry v. Ohio says you can't do this. Let's see, what else? Brown v. Texas.
I believe Terry v. Ohio is to ascertain whether or not you have weapons. And
Yeah. And what about Hibel versus the 6th Judicial District of Nevada? JLB Florida, DeBerry v. U.S. Must I keep going? No, we're not law students. We like our rights. We want to go. Is that so hard to understand?
675 Windwater Court.
So let me just clarify. You're saying the reason we're being detained specifically is for no other reason than that we're carrying firearms, correct? Okay. I'm sure my command officer's going to show up here and he's going to say, have a good day.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Why are we still here?
We're waiting for him. Seems like kind of a waste of time for 5 officers just to wait for him to tell us we're free to go. Don't you?
If we, especially since we already know we're free to go, they don't have a reason to
You
hold
know,
us.
you guys like carrying firearms open like that. You should go in the military.
Yeah, and then we're Obama's butt buddy. Let's not do that.
Why is it that you guys don't conceal your firearms? Can I answer that?
That's a really good
The law
question.
allows us to carry our firearms. The law allows us to carry our firearms in the open as well. Okay.
That's such a huge difference.
That's great. But like I said, once the command officer shows
The law
up
does
here,
not allow us to point our guns at people for no discernible reason.
Look, man, as your employer, I'm very disappointed in your conduct.
as my employer, you need to provide me a raise.
I don't know. I'm not feeling like I'm getting my money worth.
When their employers are disappointed with their conduct, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, well, you guys don't live in Muskegon, right?
I haven't answered any other way, and I'm not going to answer any questions regarding that.
That's like any other police department.
Federal fund.
How's the MRAP?
MRAP?
Yes.
I don't understand what that means.
What does the acronym stand for? MRAP. Militarized. It's like a half track, basically.
What is Bohica?
Bohica? I don't know. What is Bohica?
Figure it out.
I'm gonna have to Google it.
See, that's
What
a
is-
legitimate question because I'm pretty sure you guys have one of those.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. It's Muskegon. It's big enough for sure. What are civil rights?
El mayor problema con estos policías era que no conocían la ley. Cuando el hombre cuestionó si tenían el derecho de caminar con armas como cualquier otro ciudadano americano, Un oficial realmente dijo que esperaría a que alguien más le dijera si eso estaba permitido o no. En serio, si no está seguro de la ley, ¿por qué estaba tan seguro en discutir cosas que no entendía completamente? A medida que el encuentro se prolongaba, se hacía evidente que estos tipos conocían sus derechos legales tan bien que podrías confundirlos con abogados. Dándose cuenta de esto, los policías dejaron de intentar hablar con ellos, pero tampoco los dejaron ir. En cambio, todo se volvió silencioso y los policías simplemente esperaron más refuerzos, como si el grupo allí presente no fuera suficiente. ¿Has notado cómo los policías tienden a unirse cuando se enfrentan a alguien que conoce sus derechos? Es como si pensaran que hay fuerza en los números.
Share with me.
What are civil rights? Do we not have the rights to walk down the street with our firearms out in the open? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying you have no idea and you're waiting for someone else from above to tell you?
I'm waiting for someone else to tell me.
You don't know the law well enough that you can't make a determination of that of your own?
Question is, well, why would your default assumption to be that we don't have the same rights that you do?
That's a really good question.
Yeah. You know, you guys should write a thesis on that and mail it to the Muskegon Police Department. So we have, but in order to write a thesis, we need qualified information from, sources abroad. So that's why we're asking you for your opinion on that. Well, that's an option that you guys have. Very bureaucratic. See this? This is
Oh, here he is. Here he is.
normally it's us refusing to answer the questions.
El Jefe will give us all the information we need.
And hopefully my fucking ID back.
Yes. Glad I still have mine.
Although I did not consent to them taking it. God knows what they're telling you, but this is not illegal.
How y'all doing? Guys, get out of here. Too many cops.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I say, if they don't let us go very soon, we're just going to walk off.
They have my ID. They have my CPL.
Well, I will then. This is bullshit. They were going to handcuff me. They were getting ready to handcuff me. I was getting ready to pull out my handcuff key.
I gotta make all the equipment you there. Mind if I just ask a couple questions?
I do. You can ask them.
Not answer depending on the question.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just curious. Were you guys just walking on the sidewalk?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, just exercising your right to open carry?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just curious. Were you guys over on Getty a couple weeks ago walking down Getty or something? There were a couple guys that were walking down Getty that
No, sir.
they were open carrying as well.
Oh, good to hear.
Yeah.
But no, that was not us.
No, absolutely. I don't blame you. You're certainly in a neighborhood that's we got a couple homicides within a couple blocks from here. You know, we've also had a lot of drug dealings in this area, so it's getting to the point where.
Justo cuando pensabas que las cosas no podían volverse más extrañas, apareció otro policía. Preguntó si podías hacerles una pregunta. Nadie lo estaba deteniendo, pero eso no significaba que tuvieran que responder. Aún así, estos hombres estaban hartos de estar de pie esperando a que algo sucediera, así que decidieron hablar con el nuevo oficial con la esperanza de que esto resolviera todo más rápido, ya que ya habían perdido demasiado tiempo. Este nuevo oficial no era mejor que sus colegas. Su primera pregunta fue si habían estado caminando por la acera. ¿Qué tipo de pregunta es esa, de todos modos? Luego soltó una verdadera bomba. Afirmó que estaban en una zona conocida por muchos homicidios y por eso eran sospechosos. Primero, ¿quién califica un área como de alto riesgo así nomás? Incluso si un homicidio ocurrió allí una vez, eso no convierte a todo el vecindario en un foco delictivo de la noche a la mañana. Lo peor era que era bastante obvio que este oficial se lo había inventado.
Getting a little more common. There's a couple guys that always ride their bikes up and down the bike path that do the open carry thing essentially. You understand why the officers were called out here today?
Yes.
We understand why they were called. We don't necessarily understand why they put us on our faces at gunpoint.
Like we said before, do you realize how many homicides have happened within this block itself?
Well, the thing is, we weren't committing any crimes that were visible.
I'm not trying to be argumentative.
Well, no, I understand, but I'm just explaining that there's no reason for that reaction unless there's,
A crime being committed, especially a violent one.
Well, there is, essentially, when you have guys as armed as you are. We don't have any idea what we're walking into.
Look, you know...
But if I didn't have any idea what I was walking into, I wasn't sure. I just saw someone that happened to have a gun. I mean, what if they turn out to be an undercover cop? Who knows? If I don't know what's going on and my first reaction is to hold that person at gunpoint until I know what's going on, I'm going to jail.
Yes, you are. Felony firearm assault. But
How is that any different?
I mean, my real question is, and no disrespect intended, but what the hell is up with Muskegon police? If we have Detroit police pulling up and waving and saying thank you for patrolling the streets, and you guys show up here and point guns at us. I mean, I understand it's a dangerous neighborhood and people getting shot. You don't know who the hell we are. But at the same time, if we don't start shooting anybody when the cops show up, you know we better be good guys. Wouldn't that be our first reaction? We're walking down the street with guns. If we're really criminals, don't you think we'd either run or start shooting?
Ironically enough, it has happened where they're not. They're smart. They're getting smart enough to know that because of the open carry law, oh hey, if I carry open carry and I kind of get into the same circumstances, it puts the officers going, well geez, now we have to second guess and we have to put ourselves in. Now who's going to walk up to gentleman as armed as yourself and not be concerned? Well, maybe not. Now somebody who open carries understands it.
Unfortunately, you've chosen a dangerous job. I don't mean to sound callous, but I mean,
you're right.
We're
but
not,
who are you going to call if somebody tries to arm? Say, let's just give you a hypothetical. Why do you think undercover officers carry concealed?
To not draw attention to themselves.
To the fact that they're police officers.
Right,
however,
because it's...
Hold on. Why, do you know why citizens like us open carry?
Are we being detained? Can we go?
Yeah,
I mean, is this a consensual conversation, or can we go?
I would like my ID back.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, this is my thought. I am more than happy to go and communicate with you guys, but in order to prevent any confusion or any other issues, I would prefer to make it in writing at a later date.
Yes, I agree with that. Through our attorneys.
So, I mean,
En segundo lugar, incluso si lo que decía era cierto, ¿qué tenía eso que ver con estas personas? Solo porque un robo ocurre en una tienda no significa que cada cliente después de eso sea un ladrón potencial. Parece que algunas cosas solo tienen sentido en la cabeza de los policías y en ningún otro lugar. Cuando el oficial trató de pintar a estas personas como problemáticas, uno de ellos estalló y le hizo una pregunta real al oficial. Si eran tan peligrosos como afirmaban los policías, ¿por qué no huyeron al ver a la policía si eran tan peligrosos como afirmaban los policías? Podrías pensar que eso sonaría alocado en la cabeza del oficial, pero quizás, solo quizás, fue porque no tenían nada que ocultar, ¿verdad? Incluso este oficial se dio cuenta de que no estaban llegando a ninguna parte con estos dos, así que finalmente decidieron dejarlos continuar con su día.
Not too worried about that personally. He can make his own choices, but if you'd like to, have some kind of conversation with me via email, I would be okay with that, but I really don't want to stand here on the side of the road and debate the merits of these things. We've been doing this stuff for a long time, and we can I don't want to say that I can tell you how to do your job, I'm not saying that, but if you'd like some information I could share with you, maybe that'd be useful, I'd be happy to do that in writing.
Okay, well,
the short version is that an undercover officer is in a lot different position than we are.
How is that?
Because we don't have to conceal the fact that we're police officers or not police officers. We just want people to know we're armed and hopefully deter an encounter from happening entirely from the beginning. We don't want people to not know we have a gun so that we have the element of surprise. We'd rather them know we have a gun and not have to use it at all. I think that's a lot safer for everyone.
That makes perfect sense. And the other thing I'd like to add on top of that, you notice the two of us are wearing Kevlar. It's for you guys. It's not for everybody else. We're more worried about what just happened now. We have officers that are maybe too protective, too overzealous, get that go home for dinner kind of thing, too strong in their heads that they violate people's rights or maybe slightly violate or treat people differently because they're afraid that they won't go home.
You're worried about danger, but the situation became exponentially more dangerous when people started pointing guns at one another.
The irony.
I mean, not at one another. People started pointing guns at us. We weren't pointing guns at them.
Well,
This could have easily just been, a conversation and a have a nice day, just like we're having now, without all of that.
And usually it is, but you just never know. When people call in 911, we don't have control of what they tell us.
You're a police officer. You've had a gun pointed at you before, I'm assuming. How does that feel?
What's that?
How does that feel, having a gun pointed at you? How does it feel? Not risky. How does it feel to have a gun pointed at you?
Well, it's scary.
Yeah, no shit, it's scary.
Yeah.
How many times is this now?
Have you ever had to use any of your weapons in a deadly force
Thankfully
situation?
not.
Do you realize how scary that is?
I bet.
I do realize how scary it is.
I bet.
Are you certified law enforcement?
No.
So you have no idea what we're talking about, and you've never taken a human life?
I wouldn't say I have no idea what
questions.
you're talking about. Actually, what I would suggest is that we seem to know more about firearm laws than your deputies who stopped us, because they couldn't answer the question.
Unfortunately, we're not deputies.
Yeah,
They're not
officers.
Whatever the hell
You gentlemen
they
are free to go. Have a good evening.
Appreciate that, Mr. Rush.
Take care.
Or is it Captain, Lieutenant?
It's Sergeant Rush.
Sergeant. I saw the 3 stripes, different for every department.
Have a good night, John.
Yep, you too.
¿Has notado cómo los policías parecen desconfiar de las personas con cámaras? ¿A qué crees que se debe eso? Tal vez ven a estas personas con cámaras como una amenaza porque saben lo suficiente sobre la ley para hacer valer sus derechos constitucionales, lo que puede desafiar a los policías que quieren ejercer control y poder sobre situaciones que no pueden controlar completamente. O tal vez los policías simplemente no quieren que nadie los capture en video haciendo algo malo. Pero lo que es aún más extraño es cuando personas comunes, no solo policías, se ponen nerviosas con las cámaras alrededor. peor. Por ejemplo, este incidente en un edificio federal donde se estaba llevando a cabo una reunión pública. Una mujer, aparentemente una periodista independiente, apareció para grabar el evento para una historia. A pesar de que la reunión era pública, los empleados allí no querían dejarla entrar. Pensarías que en una reunión pública no serían tan exigentes sobre quién puede asistir, ¿verdad? Si pensaste que no podría empeorar, te equivocas. Pronto, un sheriff llegó y en lugar de resolver el problema, simplemente empeoró las cosas. Todo lo que necesitaba hacer era recordarle a los empleados que, sin importar lo incómodos que se sintieran, no podían impedir que nadie ejerciera sus derechos constitucionales, como la libertad de prensa en lugares públicos. En cambio, se alineó con los empleados, argumentando que su política justificaba mantenerla fuera. Pero, ¿desde cuándo una política de lugar de trabajo anula la ley? ¿Por qué debería una periodista preocuparse por sus reglas internas? Estas reglas fueron hechas para los empleados del edificio, no para los ciudadanos. Los ciudadanos solo necesitan seguir la ley. Eso es todo. La mujer trató de explicarle a este policía, que parecía bastante despistado, que iba a entrar sin importar si a él le gustaba o no. Pero él respondió con un tono amenazante que no lo haría. ¿Qué va a hacer? ¿Arrestarla? Si lo hiciera, sería él quien perdería su trabajo por ello. Además, parecía listo para arriesgar su empleo al priorizar una política de lugar de trabajo sobre los derechos constitucionales de un ciudadano. Lo que a menudo olvidan los policías es que son servidores públicos. Quiero decir, está justo en el nombre. Deberían estar sirviendo a la gente, no haciendo cumplir políticas a expensas de los derechos. Además, la presencia de una cámara no debería ser una amenaza, sino un recordatorio de su deber de actuar correctamente y de manera legal.
I have a right to be in this room like everyone else. It's a public meeting in a public facility that my tax dollars pay for. I'm happy to stand in there quietly and document. I have a right to be in that room. It's not a closed session. They cannot do that, sir. No, they cannot. Under what rule? Sir, it's a public event. Really? Then why are there other people in there with guest tags on? Why was I the only one allowed made to leave? Sir, because they're lying. It was just a ploy to make me leave. Congressman Burgess is in there making a speech right now that is supposed to be a public speech. He is a congressperson. And you're telling me I don't have a right to go in there and document it? This is not a private room. No, sir. They didn't rent this. I already pulled the records. They didn't rent this room. This is a public building that my tax dollars pay for. Sir, I'm going in that room. You gonna arrest me? You gonna arrest me? Are you going to arrest me? Yes or no? I'm going in that room. Make your choice right now. You make your choice. Tell me, am I under the threat of arrest if I go in that room? Sir, they don't have a right to do that. It's a public meeting. Because I'm here, that is not allowed. They're not in executive session. It doesn't even exist. It's not a thing. It says public meeting. There are other people in that room with a guest name tag on. No, you make your choice. Tell me right now. Are you going to arrest me for going in that room? I am going in that room. And if one of those officers put their hands on me, I'll sue the fuck out of you and them because they have no lawful order to touch me. Yeah, get in line because you're such a stand-up dude, right? You're fucking lying. Those are not the rules. I will cuss you. I have a First Amendment right to you. You told me earlier all about the Constitution. What about my constitutional rights right now? No, they have not. Then why are there other people in there with guest name tags on? They can't do an executive session for a public meeting. Public meeting. I'm going in that room. Yes, I am. Yeah, I am.
Sin embargo, al sheriff no le gustó lo que la mujer había dicho, así que decidió, así como así, intentar echarla. Probablemente se sorprendería al enterarse de que no tiene realmente la autoridad para decirle a la gente dónde pueden y no pueden estar en espacios públicos. Pero parecía que este sheriff pensaba que estaba por encima de la ley, capaz de inventar reglas sobre la marcha. La mujer estaba furiosa. ¿Y quién no lo estaría? Aquí estaba, siendo amenazada con arresto si no se iba, en un lugar público, nada menos. Para empeorar las cosas, la acusó de ser demasiado ruidosa. Es ridículo porque ella podría hablar como quisiera. Este oficial realmente estaba tratando de amenazar su libertad de expresión también. El verdadero problema era que este oficial no parecía entender la diferencia entre la propiedad privada y la pública. O tal vez sabía la diferencia, pero simplemente no lo admitiría porque su ego lo impedía. Pero aquí está la parte más extraña de todas. Cuando esta mujer llegó por primera vez al edificio para la reunión, el oficial la había recibido, llamando explícitamente a eso un evento público.
Go. I'm in a public space. You told me I could be here. You can't make me leave just because you don't like what I say. You can't change the law just because you don't like what I say. I'm not yelling. No, I'm not. Please get out of my way. This is a public building. This is a public building. Well, then we'll go in that room, get me put in jail? I am going in the room. So you're telling me you won't arrest me for going in that room, but you're using your deputies to stop me from entering a public space. You told me, I have you on film, you told me 30 minutes ago, this is a public space. I have a right to be here. I have not done anything. No, sir. That meeting was posted as a public meeting. No, they have not. They can't just say, oh, it's not public anymore. No, they can't because they didn't reserve the space. I'm not going to sue them. I'm going to stand up for my rights right now. So what I want to know is, you're using your cops to serve as lynchmen for the Denton County GOP. They don't work for Denton County. They work for you. They do what you say and what the GOP says. Yeah, they do what you say. You don't get to just make up the law as you go along and decide that all of a sudden a public event is a private event.
They decide that.
They can't do that.
Sue them.
I don't want to sue them. I want to go in the room because it's my right to do it and document what's going on in that room. Yes, it is. Why did you tell me it was earlier then?
Because it was a public meeting then.
It was always a public meeting. They didn't apply to use this room. There's no record of them getting approval from the Commissioner's Court to use this room for a private event. I've been to these meetings before, and they're public all the way through. I have never been made to leave. They're just mad because I'm documenting.
Luego, solo unos minutos después, cuando le convino, cambió la historia y declaró que el evento ya no era público, sino privado. Lo que este oficial no se dio cuenta fue que la mujer era una verdadera experta en la ley. Conocía tan bien los límites legales que podrías confundirla con una abogada. Sabía que nadie, no importa cuán poderoso, tiene la autoridad para declarar que ese salón era un espacio privado para sus propios eventos. Incluso le dijo al oficial directamente que no tenía derecho a decidir si el evento era público o privado, pero él no escucharía. La mujer no dejó que eso la molestara. Incluso le advirtió que si continuaba con esas tonterías, pronto todos verían el tipo de policía que realmente era, simplemente usando su posición para acosar a la gente. En un momento, incluso llamó al policía idiota, lo que lo descolocó por completo. Él le contestó llamándola idiota también. Vaya, qué respuesta. Cada palabra que le dijo, él realmente se lo merecía.
It doesn't matter what you know or don't know. Your opinion really means shit, Murphy. What you're doing right now is you're using your fucking deputies as lynchmen for the GOP. And I hope you stand behind it, because you know everybody's gonna fucking see this. Shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot. I know you don't care, because you get away with murder, right? You do. I'll tell you what, Murphy, since I got your full attention, how about I stand out here and talk to you right now? Why did your department cover up the murder of Vermont Stowers Jones? I don't know anything about that, really, because I have every report, every call log, every note ever filed through your office, and I know this. I know this. I know, oh, your buddy? Ranger Barnes, who now works at UNT, who was removed from the Texas Rangers like you because he caught being a fucking thug? Because he's a murderer like you? You're a murderer. You covered up the murder of Vermont Stowers Jones, just like your department, or working with Barnes, helped cover up the murder of Darius Tarver. It's funny how you think Darius Tarver's death is funny? Then why are you laughing? I'm an idiot? Yeah. You know what you are? You're a fucking thug. You wear a white hat just like the clutchers that came before. You're mad. Look how mad you are. You're fucking mad. You can hardly control yourself. Yeah, you killed your wife too. No. You can't make me.
Go.
I'm in a public space. You told me I could be here. You can't make me leave just because you don't like what I say.
Go.
You can't change the law just because you don't like what I say. I'm not yelling. No, I'm not.
Una oficial vio a un tipo volando un dron frente a la estación de policía en medio de la noche y desde el principio fue bastante distante, preguntándole qué estaba haciendo. Lo entiendo, no es todos los días que ves a alguien pilotando un dron fuera de una estación de policía en la noche. Claro, es inusual, pero eso no lo convierte en ilegal, ¿verdad? La situación entera podría haber transcurrido mucho más suavemente si la oficial hubiera abordado la situación de manera diferente. Para empezar, el tipo no estaba obligado a explicarse. Volar un dron en ese escenario está protegido por la Constitución, así que realmente no tenía que decir nada. ¿Qué esperaba que dijera excepto porque puedo? Pero las cosas se intensificaron rápidamente cuando otro oficial se unió a ella y comenzaron a sugerir que el tipo podría ser un terrorista. ¿Desde cuándo se reconoce a los terroristas solo porque están usando drones? Esa acusación parecía exagerada, especialmente porque el tipo no estaba haciendo nada remotamente sospechoso.
I'm a police officer and you're filming outside of a... You've got a drone up?
Yeah.
Over the police station?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm flying a drone. You're interrupting me now. You're actually endangering the welfare of an aircraft, so you're committing an offence right now, police officer.
No, you're filming outside the police station.
So what?
What are you filming exactly?
Just around this area.
Right, okay. Is it for any particular purpose? Is it a hobby? Is it a research project? Anything like that?
I don't know yet at the minute.
Okay.
Just sort of flying around, see what happens.
Right. I understand an officer's just trying to have a word with you on the way into the car park.
She sort of shouted at me in a plain clothes, personal car, so I didn't have a clue who she was.
Apparently you've told her to pee off.
Did I?
That's what she said to us. That's not acceptable, is it?
Well, that's why we wear independent witnesses that never lie.
What do you mean by that? Right, okay. Well, yeah, I've got mine on as well, so...
Well, thanks for letting me know.
Can I take your details, just so we know what you're doing, and you've recorded on our systems, and we've got the fact what you're doing, and to make sure you're not to no good?
No, I'd rather not, if that's okay.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, I just need to make sure that you're not, like, sort of in line with any terrorist groups or anything like that you could be using for hostile reconnaissance or anything of that nature.
Do you suspect I'm a terrorist officer?
Well, I don't know until I speak to you. You are until I take your details and check you through.
Is that what you do with everybody?
If you're verbally abusive to people, then you have technically committed a public order offence for which I would require your details.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking you for them as well.
Right.
So could I have your name and date of birth and address, please?
What, you think I've committed a public order offence?
Yeah, because an officer's just told me that you've sworn at her in the street.
Well, I need to get her to make that statement then, because she's lying.
Well, she's just told me as she's driven in that you've sworn at her.
Did she?
Yeah.
Right, well, I've been making a complaint about her then.
That's absolutely
And if you
fine.
take my details, I will have to sue West Yorkshire Police.
That's not a problem. You feel free to do so. The reason I've explained the reasons why I'm asking you for your details.
What happens if I don't give my details?
Then you're potentially committing an offence.
Well, I will.
It's a lot easier if you do, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to give my details.
Okay.
I will if you tell me that I'll be arrested if I don't.
Well, potentially you may be. Yeah, it may make your arrest necessary under Section 24 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act because your name and address can't be verified.
Right.
And I've got reasonable grounds to suspect that you've committed an offence.
What reasonable grounds is that?
But I've been told by a fellow officer that you've been verbally abusive in a public place, which would be a Section 4A public order.
I have it all recorded, officer.
El tipo quedó sorprendido por un momento, atónito por lo rápido que los policías habían saltado a la conclusión de que había una amenaza terrorista potencial. Su incredulidad solo creció cuando llegó la siguiente acusación. Esta vez, el oficial dijo que necesitaba identificarse para asegurarse de que no fuera una amenaza para la seguridad pública. Pero, en serio, ¿desde cuándo se puede decir si alguien es un terrorista solo por su nombre? No tenía ningún sentido. Cuando el tipo se negó a identificarse, la situación se tensó aún más. Los policías no están acostumbrados a ser desafiados de esa manera y empezaron a amenazarlo con arrestarlo por obstruir a la policía. Cualquier oficial con experiencia debería saber que obstruir a la policía es una ofensa menor que no justifica un arresto. Sin embargo, este oficial arrogante no retrocedía. Afirmó que tenía una sospecha razonable de que el tipo había cometido un crimen, lo que significaba que necesitaba identificarse. Pero la cosa es, si vas a afirmar sospecha razonable, en realidad necesitas especificar el crimen que sospechas. Este oficial parecía estar sacando razones de la nada, pensando que eso haría que el tipo obedeciera.
It's fine.
Do you want me to show you the recording?
Not at the moment, but I want.
Because I could show you the recording.
I want you to.
And then you would know.
Details, and I'll explain it to you. You've asked me to explain it to you, and I've laid it out plain and simple.
I don't think I have to give my details, officer.
You do.
I do.
You've been verbally abusive towards somebody.
I haven't though.
She's alleging that you have.
I haven't though.
As I said before, I've got reasonable grounds to suspect that you've committed a public order offence.
But I haven't.
Okay, listen to me. Because of that nature, that's why I require your details. And
right.
as I've explained to you, if you don't give me your name and address, and can't verify who you are, it may make your arrest necessary in order to ascertain those details.
Will you arrest me if I don't?
I'm not saying I definitely will, but I'm saying it may make your arrest necessary.
Am I being detained right now?
At the moment, because I need your details.
Yeah, I'm being detained.
Potentially, if you don't give me your details, you may be arrested as well.
No, I just want to check if I'm being detained right now.
I understand why you can't just give me your details.
I'd rather not. That's the point.
But I'm asking you to.
If I have to by law, then I will.
You do have to by law, yeah.
Okay, and what section of law says I have to?
I'm telling you that because you've committed an offence.
I haven't though.
I suspect that you have.
You suspect that I have?
I suspect that you have.
Okay.
I need reasonable grounds to suspect. That's 2 to 3 out of 10 on the scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I've got that reasonable suspicion.
Yeah. Can you let me know that lady's name or collar number?
That would be Sergeant. I can't remember her surname, but I can find it out for you. That's not a problem.
Yeah, before I leave here, I'd like to know.
She's a sergeant who was off duty at the time, coming into work for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Because
she's a police
she's
officer.
lied to you. Now you've threatened me with arrest, which has now made me have to give my details. So I will have to make a call to my solicitor.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, okay.
You go right ahead. So can I have your name?
Aquí fue donde las cosas tomaron un giro sorprendente. Hacía frío afuera, clima típico de invierno donde todo el mundo se abrigaba. Sin embargo, uno de los policías criticó al hombre por llevar demasiadas capas, como si vestirse abrigado significara que estaba escondiendo algo. Hacía frío. Simple y claro. ¿Significa eso que cualquiera que no quiera congelarse debe ser sospechado por los policías de estar haciendo algo malo? ¿Recuerdas a esa primera oficial que detuvo al hombre, verdad? Bueno, le dijo a sus colegas que el hombre era de algún modo amenazante, pero no se molestó en explicar por qué antes de irse. Naturalmente, los otros policías tomaron su palabra sobre la del joven. Y lo peor de todo, el hombre intentó explicar que tenía pruebas de que ella estaba mintiendo porque había estado grabando todo el tiempo y podía mostrarles la grabación. Pero estos policías no querían escuchar nada de eso, tal vez porque, en el fondo, sabían que estaban equivocados.
It's freezing tonight. You've got plenty of layers on.
I can't believe she lied to you, officer. I have got it all recorded though, just so you know.
If you want to make a complaint,
yeah, I will be making a complaint straight away. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Is that what she actually said to you? I told her to pee off.
As I drove out of the gates, she was driving in and she said, "Will I have a word with it with you?"
Yeah.
Because she'd spoken to you and you told her to. I'm not going to say the full word.
Yeah,
but pee off. You understand what I mean by that?
I understand what you're saying, but she's lying to you. You know that, don't you?
Well, if she's lying to me, she's lying to me. If it's on your camera, then you've got grounds for a complaint.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I'm not lying to you. I can only go back.
You know, last time this happened, I got £1,000 for it. You know.
Right.
Yeah. That was at Humberside though.
What was that in relation to though?
Because someone said I was committing antisocial behaviour, so the officer unlawfully used Section 50 of the Police Reform Act to give my details, just like you've unlawfully used Section 5 to give my details.
Okay.
And then they offered me £1,000 for my trouble.
I ever used Section 5.
Oh, did you use?
You've potentially committed an offence under Section 4A of the Public Order Act.
Oh, okay. Section 4A.
Yeah.
And that requires me to give my details.
It doesn't require you to give your details.
You just told me it did.
What I'm saying, no, you're twisting my words. What I'm saying to you is because I've got reasonable grounds to suspect that you've committed an offence.
Yeah.
If you don't give me your details, it may make your arrest necessary under Section 24 of PACE.
Okay.
Because your name and address cannot be verified.
Right.
And I suspect that you've committed an offence.
Well, that's the full explanation. Thank you for that.
That's what I said to you the first time.
Well, I didn't get that explanation, so maybe you didn't explain it properly. Maybe I didn't understand.
Well, you understand it now, though.
I do, 100%. Yeah. This is poor. I can't believe she lied to you, and she's a sergeant. She's going around lying to you guys. Do you want me to show you the video?
No.
Is it because you know that she's lying?
I don't know that she's lying.
I think you know. I think you know. I think you do know.
We're literally just going off what we've been told.
Yeah, what you've been told is a lie, though, is what I'm saying. I could show you the video now and show you that she's lying. So what do you think? Do you think I'm lying or she's lying? What do you guys reckon? Your personal opinion.
My personal opinion doesn't matter. I don't know. My personal opinion has to stay at home when I come to work.
Well, then use your detective skills then. What do you think?
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Speaking to you.
Well, yeah, I could have showed you the video.
Find out your version of events.
No, you know what you're doing is getting my details unlawfully.
Okay. I've already explained to you the reason why.
I could have showed you the video and then you would have no reason to get my details.
El hombre luego le preguntó al oficial si todavía estaba detenido y el oficial dijo que no. Era evidente que el policía deseaba que simplemente se fuera. Tratando de mostrar su autoridad, el oficial le aconsejó que tuviera cuidado donde volaba su dron en el futuro, especialmente que no filmara sobre ciertas áreas cercadas que estaban marcadas como restringidas. Pero entonces piensas, ¿acaso le dicen lo mismo a Google Maps cuando graba desde arriba? Obviamente no. Si estaban tan preocupados por la seguridad, tal vez deberían haber hecho un mejor trabajo escondiendo o restringiendo esas áreas. El hombre advirtió a los policías que volvería pronto y demandaría a cualquiera que amenazara sus derechos civiles. Una cosa buena que los policías hicieron al final fue identificarse cuando el hombre les pidió que lo hicieran. Parecía que finalmente se dieron cuenta de que no había lugar para juegos de poder. Pensaron que podían mostrar su autoridad, pero en realidad fueron enseñados por alguien que entendía la ley mejor que ellos. Este encuentro muestra cuán crucial es que todos, incluidos los encargados de hacer cumplir la ley, comprendan y respeten los límites legales y los derechos individuales. Es un recordatorio del poder de conocer tus derechos y mantenerte firme en ellos, incluso cuando te enfrentas a figuras de autoridad que pueden no entender o respetar esos derechos.
To show me the video, I'm happy to watch it. It's not a problem.
Well, there's no point now because you've already given my details, so I might as well speak to my solicitor now and get my £1,000.
You've offered to show me the video, then that's fine.
Yeah, and you see that your sergeant's a liar.
Well, show me it if you want to show me it. I'm not bothered.
Am I being detained?
No, you're free to go. Thank you for giving me your details. Just be careful where you're flying it.
No, I won't.
Obviously, bear in mind that side of the gate and the fence is private property.
Oh no, I've already been over there.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go over again.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
But bear in mind that you may be spoken to again by an officer if it's deemed that your drone's interfering with any police activities or anything like that.
All right. Well, I've got permission to be here. From the Civil Aviation Authority.
Okay. Have you got that in writing? Have you got anything on that you can show me to confirm that?
Do I need to?
Well, I'm not just going to believe you, am I?
Well, I'm not just going to believe you that your sergeant's a liar.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to get drawn into this back and forth with you.
You've already been drawn into it.
I've spoken to you. I've ascertained what you're doing. As long as you're not.
Well, what happened to the Section 4A?
That's fine. I'm not going to take any further action against it.
No further action?
Yeah.
Why? Because you know that she's a liar?
I'm going to give you words of advice.
No, I don't want your words of advice.
I'm going to offer
you can
them.
stick your words of advice.
Right, I'm going to offer you them anyway.
No, I don't want them.
Be careful how you speak to people in future.
But I didn't speak to anybody in any... she's a liar. I never told her to pee off. She's an absolute liar. I will be making a complaint.
Okay.
I will be suing. Thank you
fine.
very much. What's your details?
6468.
From the station?
Yep.
Your details?
290.
From the station?
Yep.
And her details?
She'll find those out for you. I believe her name's Sergeant Wiltshire. Or Wiltshire, my apologies.
Sergeant Wiltshire?
Yep.
And her numbers?
I don't know them.
Well, I need her numbers.
I don't know them.
You'll have to radio through them.
I don't know them.
She's the one that made the complaint. I need to make a complaint about the lying sergeant.
Just have to speak to Sergeant Wiltshire. She works on Team 4 Patrol South at Ellen Road. That's all you'll need.
Well, can't you just radio through and ask for her details?
No, because she's not actually on duty at the moment, because she was in, as you said, she was in a civilian car in civilian clothing, so she's...
You could ring the control room and ask what her call number is.
I can't do that at the moment because I'm too busy. But you've got all the details.
But you weren't too busy to come and stop to talk to me? Yeah? See you later, sausages.
Bacon.
Estos dos policías llegaron a la casa de un hombre porque algunas personas en una conferencia lo habían denunciado por amenazarlos. Pero en verdad, el hombre solo había sido un poco grosero. No había nada amenazante realmente. Y, honestamente, parece que fue su culpa por reaccionar de esa manera. El hombre intentó explicar a los policías que solo estaba grabando la conferencia con su teléfono y que incluso lo había dicho a todos. A pesar de esta advertencia, los asistentes no respetaron su actividad. Un oficial acusó al hombre de ser agresivo, pero no tenía pruebas de eso. El hombre insistió en que no estaba siendo agresivo en absoluto, solo estaba filmando y hablando amablemente con todos. Si los asistentes a la conferencia no le gustaban lo que estaba filmando, pues eso no era su problema. Incluso dijo que entendía por qué alguien podría llamar a la policía si se sentían incómodos, pero no podía creer que la policía realmente se presentara. Pensaba que los policías deberían haberle explicado a estas personas que no se puede esperar que alguien renuncie a sus derechos solo porque no les guste lo que están haciendo.
Well, if you'll listen to me, we'll be over very quickly.
Yeah.
There's been a report that you've been aggressive to staff.
No.
No?
Not at all.
Well...
Not at all. Not at all. No, I explained. Can I explain first before? Could you accuse me?
I haven't accused you of anything. Carry on.
Right. I explained that I will be video recording this afternoon the what's it called? A conference that they have each month that I've been accused of swearing 2 weeks ago in the beer garden.
Okay.
The beer garden is not called the beer garden, I called it that. But it's the lounge area. Right. I don't drink alcohol much, but these two people who was there did. Right, so the thing is, what happened is, I phoned 101 yesterday, asking for help from you guys, asking for help, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, now, you've not come for that incident, have you?
No.
Right, so who's phoned you now to tell me that I've been accused of, what did you say?
Just being aggressive.
No. All I said is I will video. When I go into the meeting this afternoon, I will video it, because it's my right, because there's CCTV cameras all over this place, because this is an adult social care, yeah?
Yeah.
And this means, assisted living.
Yep.
Right, if I feel in danger, because I got warned yesterday by a 90-year-old lady, be careful what you say in the meeting. So I mentioned to the staff, I didn't abuse the staff, I mentioned to the staff that, excuse me, I said I'm going to video this interview this afternoon in there. That's all I mentioned. I didn't abuse anybody.
Right, so if you've had your point, can I have
No problem, no problem.
If you have, which I know you're saying you haven't, I'd kindly ask you to refrain from speaking to any of them for the rest of the day, and I won't go there.
But why would I, when I am classed as a vulnerable adult? I'm classed as a vulnerable adult, that's why I live here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm classed as a vulnerable adult, right?
Yeah.
And I'm asking the staff for help.
Yeah.
So if the staff can't help me, where do I look?
What are you asking for help for?
For help what for? Getting accused of things I've not done.
Right, well...
Because I've asked to leave this place. I've asked to leave because the misconduct here is unbelievable. Now, this is one thing I did do. This is why you've been called.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that you've come like this. The reason being, I phoned yesterday for you to come.
Yeah.
Nobody bothered. I phoned. But now the staff have phoned this morning, you're saying, about what? Half an hour ago?
Sin embargo, aquí estaban, en su casa, arruinándole la tarde. Luego, otro oficial comenzó a acusarlo de algo completamente nuevo, afirmando que estaba poniendo su pie en una oficina. Cuando el hombre dijo que eso no era cierto, el oficial volvió a la historia original, alegando que muchas personas se sentían amenazadas porque él las estaba filmando. Sabes, la gente realmente necesita entender mejor sus derechos. El hecho de que se molestaran porque él filmara muestra que no comprenden que está permitido y parece que tampoco conocen sus propios derechos.
What time did you get the call? Have you got a case number as well, please?
I can't recall when we got it.
Have you got a case number?
I'm not obliged to give
You must have a case number because for you, the two police officers to come out, you must have.
I can give you a log number. I haven't got a case number.
Right, thank you very much. Right, and could you tell me the person who's called?
I can't. Well, I'm not going to disclose his call, but it's a member of staff that works down there, so you can eliminate that for yourself.
Exactly right. So that must be the boss.
Right. Well,
right. So right. I can be videoed every day of this place, but I can't video them.
I've got an issue with you filming because we've got no power to stop you filming.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much.
The issue we've got is that we've been called here.
Yeah. Well, I've been assaulted here, and you know something?
Listen to me. You've been reported. I'm not saying you have.
Reported of what?
Reported for being aggressive. So they've rung us.
No.
Have you put your foot in the office door before?
Have I put my foot in the office door? No, I didn't. I asked why the meeting wasn't happening. Nothing else. She said, can you move your foot? I said, yeah, no problem, but you know I'm recording. Right. That's all I did say. And I'll be honest, mate, because I'm talking to you, I'm going to put the video on, you know.
On the recording,
yeah.
You're recording in a private place.
Yeah, I live here, I pay rent. Yeah, this is a private property, you're right about that, you are right.
But there are other vulnerable people in here.
Yes, I know that, which I was trying. Harassed by who?
Harassed by you recording them.
No, well, not at all.
That's the information we've been given.
Not at all.
So if that carries on, we could be looking at offensive harassment.
Right, can I safely say, I reported this yesterday, not against me, for me. No, mate, no. There's my empty glass from last night.
How often do you drink?
I don't drink. Listen, right, you've come here for one reason only. One reason only, it's telling me that I'm preventing the staff from doing their job, yes or no?
Well, the reason we've come here is to obviously protect...
Right, well, I phoned you yesterday to come, and nobody come.
You've said that 3 times.
Yes, but why should... So you've come within half an hour of me telling the staff...
Down to call gradings.
Telling the staff that I'm going to video this meeting today. This is why you're here.
About your behaviour at the office.
No, behaviour at the office is not at all.
Well, there's obviously 2 sides to this.
I've got it on video of you, so if you want to watch it later on, I
don't want to watch it.
I will email it to you later on. All I did say is, you are being recorded now to the staff. That's all I did say.
Their policy is that you're not to use your phone to record staff.
Right, well, here's my policy.
If you're recording other vulnerable people who are residents...
No, I'm not. No, I wouldn't do that.
Harassment.
I wouldn't do that, no.
So have you not video recorded the blind lady?
La próxima vez que te preguntes por qué la mayoría de los policías actúan con tanta confianza, probablemente sea porque muchas personas no conocen sus derechos. Si lo hicieran, los policías no podrían hacer que su autoridad se impusiera como si fueran los jefes. El hombre incluso desafió a los policías, preguntando por qué estas personas se molestaban porque alguien filmara cuando están siendo grabadas por cámaras de CCTV en toda la ciudad cada segundo. Predeciblemente, los policías no tenían una buena respuesta para este hombre conocedor de la ley. Sin embargo, un oficial se enojó porque el hombre sabía la ley mejor que él. Así que ahora cambió de táctica y afirmó que el hombre había acosado a una mujer. Parecía que estos policías solo estaban tratando de lanzar acusaciones al aire, esperando que algo se quedara.
Excuse me, you know more than I do. How do you know more than I do? You're asking me a question?
Yeah.
Am I being detained at the moment?
Are you?
You tell me. Have I been detained?
Well, the answer's
of course you're not.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So why are you asking personal questions if I'm not being detained?
Because that's the information staff have been...
Right, the information is false, by the way.
Is it? Right, okay.
Right. So let me tell you this, right, both of you, please. What's your name? What's your badge number and that, mate?
09.
Right.
1793.
Put your names, please.
Well, mine's PC Costin.
PC Finch.
I don't have to tell you.
PC Finch. It's no problem, no problem. It's just that it's amazing that I just turned my camera on this morning because I told the staff that I was going to video record this afternoon's meeting because I know it's from 2 weeks ago. I know exactly what happened. There's a drunken man. If you want to see a drunken man, knock on number 11. Right, that drunken man abused me 2 weeks ago. I defended myself. I'm sorry, I have a bit of Tourette's when people swear at me. I swear back, yeah? But now I'm guilty of this now. I'm guilty of this crime.
Guilty of what?
Swearing back. At defending myself. Right. You understand what I mean? I'm being honest with you, by the way. I'm being so honest.
Yeah.
Right, so the thing is, the staff are recording now because they're uncomfortable with me filming them. Right. I'm on CCTV every day. Yeah, I'm not uncomfortable. But why are they uncomfortable with me filming them?
It's a matter of opinion. They are.
Exactly. Yeah. This is a communal...
Angelo,
I feel harassed.
Something we will look. You've just said you're not uncomfortable.
I phoned 101 yesterday, telling the police.
Saying, but we're not.
Have you got that phone call from yesterday?
We're not here to deal with that.
Why? When I phoned yesterday, they phoned this morning. You come straight away.
We're not dealing with that.
It's a matter of grading. A control room grades the call as to the amount of risk that's involved.
Right. Well, the risk against me is I can't defend myself.
Listen, so we've come here to deal with this.
Right, no, I've not harassed these ladies this morning. I told them.
It's up to them to decide whether to harass them or not.
I told them that I was videoing them.
Okay.
When I said that, then all of a sudden you two turn up.
Right.
When I said, because I need to collect evidence.
If you continue videoing people and they feel harassed, we will deal with it.
That's not a problem.
Okay?
That's not a problem. I will never do that to anybody in this building. You know what? Can I just tell you something? You know what? I'll tell you this. I will not video anyone in this building because they're all vulnerable adults, just like me.